Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Shark NV602UKT corded vacuum cleaner, and what I want to do today is to show you around the vacuum, some of the features and benefits that it offers, and really why it's one of the most popular corded vacuums for sale at the moment in the UK. All I'd normally say just before we start is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. What I do is I normally talk about things like this, a lot of vacuum cleaners, especially cordless vacuums, and household appliances. So just click the thumbs up to my YouTube channel and then we'll carry on. So let's just start unboxing it. This is something that's quite alien to a lot of guys. This is the instruction manual, so I'll pop that to one side for now. So we've got the main handle at the top. I must say there we go, there's the main turbo brush. What I do like about a lot of this packaging is that it's all recyclable. It just tells you on the side, you've got accessory inside. Not many manufacturers have gone this route yet. Even some of the bigger manufacturers are still using plastic bags, so it's really nice to see that a lot of this packaging will be recyclable. Again, that says accessory inside. It's even got a little picture of it on there. This is a little brush. I'll cover all of the accessories in there. So just like Christmas is, opening all of these. We've got the crow's tool as well. I must say I do like the colours that Shark use. I've talked about several Shark products now, and it's quite a nice vibrant red. I know it doesn't make any difference, but I suppose like other manufacturers they are using nice bright colours. This is the main vacuum itself. So what I'll do is I will just put all this packaging to the side and then we'll look at putting it together. So the rubbish has been put to the side and now it's time to put the vacuum together. Now with a lot of manufacturers, what you have to do is when you put the vacuums together, some manufacturers you have to put the head on at the bottom, some of them you even have to screw bits together. So if you're not really DIY orientated, then it can be a little bit tricky, but I must say with Shark then there isn't any of that. There's only a couple of things to do. The first one is this, to put it in the top here. Just locate it. You'll see there is a notch down at the bottom here and it will click into place. So that's the first thing. And then the next thing is this. So you've just got the main hose. The first one you need to do is to push that in there. Again, it clicks into place. And then once you've done that, then just reach up to the top and that will click into place at the top there. And that's it. So now we've got the vacuum together. There's nothing to screw into place, there's nothing else to do. What you will notice is that there is a cord storage on the right hand side here. That's to store the cord. What you'd normally do is to clearly unravel it. But anyway, let's start having a look around the vacuum. So if you have been following me on YouTube for a while, then you will know that I'm a huge advocate of the cordless vacuum cleaner. I just think the whole concept of cordless is really good. But what you will find is that there is still a demand, quite a big demand, for corded vacuums like this. So I mentioned about the cord on the vacuum, and on this model it is actually 8 meters long, which is a good length. We find there is big demand for vacuums like this, especially in larger properties. If you own a very big house, or especially if you're a cleaner, then we do find that this kind of cleaner is popular still, mainly because some of the battery technology, although we're into the realms of 60, 70, 80 minute runtime, For some people, they need even longer, and to go up to some of those brands at a very long run time, they are quite expensive. So when it comes to emptying the bin on this model, it is very easy. You have just got the little switch at the back there, so it's just at the back of the handle. So you just lift that up and then the whole bin comes off. You will see that this is actually a really big bin. It has a 1.1 litre capacity, so there's plenty of vacuum in that you can get done before you need to empty it. What you'll find is when you come to empty it, you just press the button there and then the flap will drop down there. I normally recommend to when you come to empty these bins to make sure you do it in a well ventilated area, ideally outside. The last thing you want to do is to empty this inside and get a load of dust come back up at you. When it comes to cleaning this, then it is nice and easy to do as well. All you do is you just lift that and then you've got access into the top there as well. What I normally say when you come to clean these, just to give them normally a quick rinse underwater, just let them dry properly. Perhaps just get a cloth, something like a microfiber cloth in here, just give it a good wipe round. Other thing to make sure you do is you have got rubber seals around the side here, just make sure they're nice and clean, because sometimes you can find if these are dirty, then you can find that the seal isn't as good as it should be, and that can affect the suction on the vacuum. And I'll just pop the bin to the side. I'll show you the filters. There are actually two filters. So you've got one which is quite a thick spongy filter, and then you've got another one underneath here. You will see that there is a small sticker on here that's really telling you to make sure you wash the filters every month, because this can have a huge impact again on the suction. All you need to do is just give them a rinse underwater, just give it a squeeze out, and then pop them at the side to dry. Now what I do recommend, especially with things like this, is when you buy the vacuum, buy a couple of spare filters with it. And the reason for that is when you go and wash these, you will find that they need to dry for around 24 hours before you can put them back in the vacuum. If you don't let them dry, then you'll find that they will go back in the vacuum, and if they are still damp, then they could damage the vacuum and it won't be covered under the warranty. So all I'd recommend is buy a spare set of filters. I will provide a link to get some at a good price. And what you'll find is that when you're washing these, then rather than having to wait 24 hours, then you can just pop the other filters in and away you go. And once you've done that, then all you do is you just pop the filter in there. That one goes back in the top, and then to put the bin on, that just locates at the front there and then just clips back into place. So you will notice that this acts as a handle as well. That's, I suppose, the centre of gravity for the vacuum, and it's a lot easier than trying to lift it by the wand at the back. So when it comes to using the tools and accessories to do things like the stairs or your car, then there are a couple of ways that you can do it. And I suppose with most manufacturers, this is a pretty standard way. There is a button at the back there called wand release, and then you've got the wand here, so you've got a nice easy to grip handle, and you can put the tools and accessories in the end there. And just while I've got this handle off, I'll just show you this. So you have got a button on here, so that's just where you can increase or decrease the suction of the vacuum. Now I must say I do like it when manufacturers do that. It's so much easier when you're vacuuming just to have a switch here that you can alter, rather than having to go to the vacuum body itself. Also the hose length on here, I'd say you're looking at around 1 metre. Clearly it could be a little bit longer if you were to really stretch it, but then you find that the main vacuum itself would topple over. So that's the first way of using the accessories. And the second way that you can use the accessories is something called lift away. Now this is a concept that Shark came up with several years ago, and I must say it's gone down really well with customers. They do really like it. And the way to do it, and what it does, is you've actually got a pedal here. So I'll show you here. Normally you'd put your foot on it, so it is a little bit easier. But all you do is you press that, and then it gives you the option to lift away the bulk of the vacuum. So what it's done, it's actually left the head behind. So if you're going to do things like the stairs, or if you're going outside to do your car, then to be fair, you don't really need that. And what it's doing is it's taking away, I'd say about 1/3 of the weight of the vacuum by taking that. Now you'll find that this can stand on its own, so you can just stand it either on the floor, or if you want to sit it on a countertop like this, then you've got the option. But what this does is this just makes life a lot easier. So clearly once you've plugged it in, then you just carry it around using the main handle, and then if you press the wand release button, then you can go around like that. And if you didn't want to use the wand, then you have still got the option to just use the nozzle at the top here. So you just press the button there, and then that comes out, and then any of the accessories can just go into there. So that just saves having to use the main wand of the vacuum. So I've talked about where to use the tools and accessories on the vacuum, and these are the accessories that it comes with. So the first one is this. This is like a double tool. So this is a soft bristle brush. This is a really good tool. So if you've got things like where the kids have come in, you've got muddy footprints, and then when it's dried, a lot of parents have had it over the years, and what you'll find is that's a really good one just to get into the carpet. But what you'll find with this is it is actually a double tool. So you just take that off, you just got the little button on the front there, and then you've got a much shorter bristle brush. This is really classed as an upholstery tool. So if you're doing things like the stairs or sofa, then that's really the one to use. And then when you want to put it back together, that just clips back like that. And the next one, this is a standard crevice tool. This is pretty generic across, I'd say, really all brands. A lot of them use this, and I suppose, you know, it's a popular tool. If you're getting down the side of a sofa, or if you're doing down the side of your car seat, then that's the most popular one to use. And the last tool that this comes with is this one. Now Shark call this a pet hair removing tool. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of calling them pet hair tools or things like that, anything relating to pets, because we do have a lot of customers that say, well, I haven't got pets, so that I'm not going to need that. But personally, I think something like this, over the years it has been called quite a few things. Mini turbine brush, turbo brush, there's quite a few different names for it. But I think this is a really, really useful tool for doing things like the stairs. What you'll find is it's so much more effective on the stairs than using something like that. Although this is a good tool to have a rotating brush, and when it's in action, this brush itself will rotate. And I think it has so many more applications than just for the pets. So that comes with it. So on the vacuum body itself, this is the on and off switch. So it's in a nice, easy to get at location. You will find on here, just trying to show you, you've actually got, so you've got off, hard floor, and then carpet. And what that will do, so it does actually toggle between the hard floor and carpet. And you will find that when it comes to vacuuming, if you're on, say, laminate or tile floor, then you don't necessarily need the brush going round at the same time as it's actually sucking. And this model has a huge advantage that you can actually turn the brush off. Now, not all vacuums can do that, and it's something I do point out, because if you have got, especially things like wooden floors, then what you don't want to do is to have the brush going round. And you might find there could be a chance that with some vacuums, by having the brush going round, especially with some of the vacuums that have got stiffer bristles, then it could scratch the floor. So by being able to turn that off, that's a really, really good idea. What you'll also find is at the front here, that while it's in operation, you have got a couple of cheeky little lights. That can help. So if you're going to vacuum either under a bed, or if what you want to do is to vacuum in the dark, then you've got a couple of lights at the front to help you on your way. If you are thinking about buying one of these vacuums, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Something else to look out for is the warranty on the vacuum. Now, on a lot of products that Shark offer, then there is a little logo here at the moment where it comes with a 5-year guarantee. I'm not saying it'll be all the time, but Shark will offer promotions where the 5-year warranty is active, so that's really something to look out for. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Shark NV602UKT corded vacuum cleaner. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, leave any comments below. All I'd normally do is ask for comments, whether it's good or bad about the video. Also, if you have got any questions about the vacuum, then just pop in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these, or any of the Shark corded vacuum, then pop it in the comments and let me know what you think about it, because I do always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.